Hello, hi everyone. My name is Taimurish Lal, and I'm the creator of this course. Welcome. This course, which is called PCI DSS Foundations to Mastery. Now, the PCI DSS, it's one of the hottest topics around, and it has been for the past, I think, 15 years or so, and it will remain hot, honestly, as long as payment transactions keep happening. So, if you're interested in learning about the PCI DSS standard from scratch, this course is definitely for you. If you're already an expert, I mean, you have a few years' experience in implementing PCI DSS, then it is still this course. I would still recommend it, as it will be a great recap for you to just go over some of the core concepts and get some practical advice. And also, I will be covering the new updates to the standard, which is in PCI DSS version 4.0. And honestly, no matter how much technology progresses, cardholder data is still one of the most important types of data around, and it will always need to be protected. Okay. So, whether you are a small startup, whether you're a Fortune 500, honestly, the standard is usually applicable to you. So, this course, I have specifically designed it to help people gain mastery over the PCI DSS standard from scratch. Okay, you don't need to be an expert in credit card transactions or the payment industry or even an IT expert. Okay, it's based on my own one over like a 9 or 10 years experience in implementing PCI DSS. I have implemented it in multiple standards across multiple geographies, so I know the standard inside out. The course it will make you understand and master the PCI DSS standard, and it will give you all the knowledge that you need to implement it in any environment, honestly. And I'll try to make sure to give you practical advice. I don't want to bore you and make it like a death by PowerPoint where I'm just reading a slide and you're just like, I'm going to try and make this as practical as possible. What are the key things you need to know, and what are some of the mistakes which people make? So awesome, let's get started. Just a brief background about me, guys, so you know who is teaching you this course. My name is Taimur Ijlal. Okay, I've been in various leadership positions for the past 20 years, mostly in the Middle East. Okay, so I total around 20 years in technology risk. I was responsible for overseeing PCI DSS implementation in like around 3 or 4 locations for over 9 years. So I have like a very diverse experience in PCI DSS. Okay, so currently I'm based out of London. I'm an author. I'm also like to blog, and I'm also a teacher and instructor, which you can see here. Okay, I'm also a cybersecurity career coach. I usually try to help people if they want to succeed and really, what do you call, go ahead in there and really improve upon their cybersecurity careers. Okay, I have a YouTube channel called the Cloud Security Guy, which you can take a look at. And I usually talk about stuff pertaining to cloud security, artificial intelligence, and general cybersecurity advice. So apart from cybersecurity, my journey has been like ups and downs. I've won multiple awards in the industry, and I've established myself in the Middle East for many years. I've written a book also about artificial intelligence governance and cybersecurity, and I have 2 more books planned this year. I felt this was a topic which was not getting enough coverage, so I thought I'll do my bit to create like as much awareness as possible. For my work to the industry, I was awarded like a UK Global Talent Visa, and I also help people who are applying for UK technician endorsement. I try to help them out in their applications as much as I can. So this is just a recap on who I am, what I do, so you understand who's teaching you this course. Okay. Um, so why learn PCI DSS, guys? So what's the reason? Why should you? I mean, if you're attending this course, obviously you must have a reason. It might be part of your job, or maybe your company has decided to implement it as a regulatory requirement, right? You don't have a choice, or you might get fined if you don't implement it, or maybe your company is just saying it's a good standard to implement, it's good practice, so let's go ahead and implement it. So and one of the some of the reasons, okay, for my part, guys, we are what do you call, we are moving to a cashless society, right, where card-based transactions are becoming more and more common. It might be point of sale terminals, cash registers, smartphones. Everything is being powered by cashless transactions, and protecting those transactions is very important, guys. If you want to, if you feel that if the customers feel they cannot protect their data, then they won't transact with you, which will destroy your business. I mean, if you're a merchant or a service provider, right, and people don't want to have transactions with you, this will become a big problem. So this is where PCI DSS comes in, and it enforces like a common standard across the world for the protection of cardholder data. This standard, it will remain applicable as long as what do you call people keep on doing card-based transactions, okay? And it will remain important for the foreseeable future. It's a great thing to have on your CV. It's a great experience to have. Also, depending on the industry, you might not have a choice, okay? You have to be compliant if you're storing, transmitting, or like processing cardholder data, which we'll see. But they are, like I said, there are always good reasons for knowing how to implement the PCI DSS standard, which is one of the reasons I made this course. So what will this course cover? And I hope you understand now why you should know PCI DSS. Okay, and what about this course? What is it going to teach you? It is going to teach you, first of all, PCI DSS from scratch. I'm not going to read the standard from page one until the end, okay? Nobody wants that. And honestly, if you want me to read bullet by bullet, this is not the course for you. I'm going to make you understand the intent of all the requirements. What are the practical steps in doing that? You do not need to memorize the standard. A lot of people start making that mistake, okay? What I'm going to do is I'm going to explain how the standard works and what are the best ways to go about implementing. I am going to deep dive into those 12 requirements, the standards, and we will go over each in detail, okay? And I'm going to give you practical advice, okay? Actual advice based on real world implementations, which I've done. And lastly, the standard is being revised, okay? The latest updates for PCI DSS 4.0, what are the key changes you should be aware of? What are the things you should be ready for? What are the things you should start doing now? Because 2024-25 is very close. It looks far away, but it's going to come, and you might need to do certain things. So I want to make sure that you are ready for this. Okay. Okay. Who is this course for? I mean, whether you're a new employee with limited PCI knowledge or maybe like an experienced system administrator, this course is going to help your organization to become compliant for PCI DSS requirements. I've designed this course like a reference guide to address the most challenging like aspects of PCI DSS compliance. So depending on your background, job role, the organization needs some sections may be more relevant to you than others. Okay, so you can be an IT auditor who's going to audit their environment against PCI DSS. You can be like, I don't know, a QSA and ISA people who are preparing for these are like exams for PCI DSS. You might be preparing for this, and this exam will give you some great inputs on that. There's some good test questions, practical advice is there. Okay, you might be a risk professional and who wants to understand the standard, what are the risks, what are the things which we have to implement, okay? Or you might be a business professional, right? Your business might be under scope for PCI DSS and you want to understand how to implement it. So these are all the things which were with the people to whom this standard might be applicable to, okay? As a class project, guys, information which you don't apply, you're going to forget it, okay? That has been my experience throughout my life. If you don't implement what you are learning, you're going to forget it. So by the end of this course, I want you to fill out an SAQ. We're going to go into detail what SAQ is for a physical or an e-commerce merchant. So just think about a hypothetical merchant. They are accepting card-based transactions or they're doing like e-commerce. And I want you to fill out an SAQ for that. This will really help you to lock it down, okay? And really make you understand how the PCI DSS standard works. So, okay, I hope I made you excited for like this course and what are the things I'm going to be teaching you and how you're going to be learning about the PCI DSS. Let's get started, guys. Thank you so much for taking this course, and I will see you in the next section.